Hello ladies and gentlemen, Mark Attabate here testing out some new shoes. And my other bad news, man, I just recorded this intro like 5 minutes ago. Microphone wasn't even connected. The thing was on slow motion. I was like, what? Have to do this whole intro all over again. Anyways, today we're running inside the ASICS GT-2000 version number 13. These shoes are a little bit old. Now, what I had said before I accidentally found out that I had no audio going on, I was saying that these shoes are extremely similar to the gel Kayanos. Now, that's not the new gel Kayano that just came out recently, the version 32. No, this is the same as the gel Kayano version number 31. When you look at the traction and the grip and the rubber pattern on the bottom of these shoes, it's exactly the same as it was on the gel Kayano 31. The only thing that's really missing on these shoes is the 4D guidance system that helped give flat-footed people like me and overpronators an additional stability spot for landing in. So when your feet roll inward, it rolls on that 4D guidance system, helping to better protect your feet. These shoes that I got on now, the GT3 2013, these are a lot quicker and lighter than those. These shoes are very low cut, low top, slow cut. I don't know what you'd call them. Look and feel exactly the same, albeit a little bit lighter as the gel Kayano 31. The other thing that feels the same about these shoes is that even before I ran inside of them, I realized that they hurt my feet just the same as the gel Kayano 31. Being flat-footed, these shoes hurt the arc of my midfoot. And that's just one of those things. You think these shoes were made specifically for people like me? Overpronators, flat-footed. I don't know why they hurt my midfoot arc so much, but they do. But we're still putting them to the paces. This is one of the last pair of shoes that I have to try in ASICS lineup for the year 2025. And I'd almost have tested out everything that they offer inside of their full range. I'm still waiting for the Metaspeed Sky and Edge Tokyo to come out. And once those do, once I can test those out, then I can say I tried everything. What a feat it was to give all these shoes a shake. They're all good for different people. They're all made for different types of people. Some of these shoes I don't like because they're not made for me. Even some of the shoes that are made for me, like the gel Kayano 31 and these that I'm wearing right now, they just don't feel that good for me. So, you know, still a little bit disappointed there. Wow, so many people out here today. Today's Saturday, a day that I never run around the Imperial Palace. And because Tokyo and Marunouchi is a business district of Tokyo, you'd think there would be less people out here on the weekend because all of these office buildings with the exception of just a few, nobody's working on the weekend. So you think there'd be less people walking this on Saturday. There's more. Place is absolutely flooded with tourists, always getting in my way. These people know they're here as a tourist, ain't got no job, at least at the immediate moment while they're here. Why do they wait for Saturday to come out and walk the perimeter? Why can't they do this in the middle of the week? Makes no damn sense. Man, these Babylonians all over the place, son. And they block the whole sidewalk. Hold on, let me flip this around. Not these people in front of me, but usually, like from all the way from there, all the way to that corner. If there's like 6 of them inside of a group, them guys would be spread eagle, taking up the whole sidewalk like, hey, can y'all walk in a more single file line, get the hell out the way? I know some of these fat folk, they won't be able to run the whole, not run, they're walking around here. They're too lazy to walk the whole perimeter, so once I make it around this first corner that I'm getting to right now, when I cut this first corner, I'll be cutting off a lot of my engagement or interaction with these people because they ain't trying to walk all the way around. So once I make it on the deep end, I'll be home free. Now I want to make sure that I said everything that I have to about these shoes. Now that I'm inside the motion right now, they feel decent. I'm not running real hard, I'm just giving them just a little jog. Now, about the weight. I don't know how much more these weigh less than the Gel-Kino 31 and the Gel-Kino 32. But because this is just the trial portion of this, you know, I don't have all these statistics on the top of head. But once you guys see the beginning part of this video, which is me showing them off and telling you all the statistics, then I will mention the weight and the weight comparison inside of that portion of the review. That way you guys know what you're getting into. But yes, again, ultimately, these are more lightweight than both of those shoes because it cuts out portions of it to cut weight. Stability is a little bit down, but I would still call these stability shoes. Heck, ASICS even still call these stability shoes. This is sort of, can I say, the middle ground of when somebody's looking for stability, but they want a little bit more speed because they don't want to be running inside of those big clunky shoes. So they can pick these up off the shelf and run inside of these to help cut that weight. Now these don't feel any more, any less cushion than the Gel-Kino 31. They feel exactly the same. It's just not much difference in them. But there's enough difference here for the people that are looking to spend their hard-earned money on which pair of shoes you want to get between this and the Gel-Kino 31. Well, those shoes should be discounted now that the 32's out. But there is no replacement on these shoes. So I'll let you know the cost for these as well. And I'll do a price comparison for these as well. But depending, you know, you only got money for one pair. Do you get these or do you get the outgoing Gel-Kino 31 at a discounted price? The price difference, who knows how much that is. So that's not the only factor, but If you want maximum stability, or if you want enough stability, adequate stability, but a little bit more lightweight, then you'd go with these. But I see it as an impossibility that somebody would buy both of these pairs of shoes. It's a little bit redundant to buy both. You select one and you be happy with your choice. I'm sure regardless of whether I could feel it or not, the gel Kayanos definitely are a lot more stable than these. A lot more, a little bit more, who knows, but the feeling, we're just talking about feeling, not about actual truths and facts on whether they are more or less. To me, they feel exactly the same. So I feel like I would be running in these the same. Maybe because of the lightweight and because it's a lot easier for me to pick up my feet, maybe I would be a lot speedier inside of these. But I don't feel like they're keeping me so-called more safe. Cushioning, still firm, with just a little bit of sink, minuscule sink, but nothing major. These are not made to be cushioned shoes. If you want the cushion version of these shoes, then you would go with something like the Gel Nimbus 27 would be the alternative to these. Yeah, these are made for nice and slow, easy miles, or long distance miles as well. You can easily run a half marathon and marathon inside of these. They'll be clunky and slow, but they'll be good for your feet thoroughly the whole way throughout. You'll be protected all the way. This is just for me personally. For me personally, I would not buy these shoes. I have all these shoes on the channel because I'm doing the reviews for you guys specifically, letting you to see all the options that are floating around out there so that you can make the best informed decision that you can on what you want to pick up. But yeah, speaking for me personally, I want to get these or the Gel Kayano 31s. Now the 32s are a different story. I was pleasantly surprised at those. Those are an upgrade. All right, I'm gonna finish up this run and I'll see you guys at the finish line. Take care of yourselves until I do. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well, let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.